and gentlemen, welcome to another installment of the Good Beans Collaboration Night here on a Wednesday night. And ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome to the stage our guest host, my love of my life, Miss Judy Graham.
And thank you very much, honey. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our collaboration night. We have a very different night tonight. It's not the typical month. And sadly, I have to announce that we had a wonderful gentleman for, I believe, many years coming here that passed away about a week ago. And his name is Kevin Kelly. And tonight is to be, we're choking up, sorry, a dedication to him. He was just a really cool cat. I didn't know him very well, but what little bit I got to talk to him, and he was just a really sweet guy, very interested in things that we did. Anyways, I gleaned a little bit of information off his Facebook page because I really didn't know much about him, but he was born in Chicago. He lived in New Orleans at one time. But he was Irish Catholic, most likely, you know, Kelly would make sense there. Everybody knows he played the harmonica and the guitar, but he also mentioned on Facebook he played banjo, and he had a mandolin that he got from Peru. We have some information more up here about his, something that came from his funeral.
Yes.
If anybody wants to read that, we'll probably get more ideas of who he was. I have a personal story about him, though, before we move on. The last time I was here with Kevin, I had played with him. And I was sitting right there. I just decided to play my drums with him, and he, you know, asked me to join him and stuff, and he kept looking at me. And he'd play and he'd look at me. And I could tell he was kind of like, wow, that's kind of interesting that she's playing along with me so well. And after the show, we were out there, and he said, from now on, when I'm here, you're going to play with me. And that's the last time I seen him. So, it was just a sweet story I wanted to share with you guys, and I appreciate that I would have had someone to collaborate with. There's also, in the back, there's these little magnets. Anybody can grab one if they want to keep a memorandum of him and take home with you. I can't really think of anything else to say at this point. I'm sure some of you guys have some special music that is going to go along with things that maybe Kevin played and like to hear. As well as my drums, I'll collaborate with anyone that wants to work. He's got a keyboard up here this time, and I'm just hoping to have a really nice show and whatnot. So, okay, the first person I already asked your name a minute ago, and I can't really remember. I don't want to call you Ty. So come on up and you can introduce your full name. Sorry, I forgot. I'm going to just say it. All right, thank you.
Okay.
All right.
My name is Tyrece. And what else do I say?
Sorry.
What else do I say? I was supposed to say just my name.
Yeah, you just say your
I'm
name.
sorry, because
They're
I
good.
was
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Sorry.
Are you from Flint?
Oh, yes, I'm from Flint.
Cool. Yeah, so you're a poet.
I'm a poet. I'm a 12th grader. I go to Southwestern.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
a poet.
Great. You get some poetry with you?
What?
Yeah, you got any poetry with you? I mean, you got something to read?
No. I have to memorize.
Oh, great, cool.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah,
So can I start?
yeah, go right ahead.
Okay. It's gonna be about school, and I'm gonna say some stuff in it, but I don't do that stuff. It might sound like I do, but I don't. But procrastinate. Individuals love to hate. Put them on hold and flip the weight. Calling me crippled. Let the hate be great. I'm from the jungle where they talk like a crip walk all down your block. Why do they be hating on what I got? I never really had a chance to get in the studio. I think about them daily, win, lose, or maybe. I don't care if you short, tall, skinny, fat, blind, crippled, or crazy. It's a must. I'm finna run a checkup on 2K17 through 18. Getting it by my lonely. I don't really need no homies. Never mind you and those individuals that was hating too. They would say I was on the corner slanging drugs early in the morning, but no, I really wasn't. He was supposed to be my cousin, laughing at me like I wasn't. I don't really like cussing. I don't got time for fussing. Take 'em to the hood where all the guns be busting. And then that's it. I was walking down Flushing Road, and it felt like I was in the city. Hold it down for my real thugs, doing time behind bars. Never folding. I'm a soldier, pockets looking empty. How dare a guy try and tempt me? See where I'm from, they say they got you, but they don't really got you. They just wanna see you smile. They don't really got you. I had to get it out the dirt. No handouts. Hit the work all in my locker. It wasn't that, but yeah, I got it. 12B plotting. I don't really care about that. Flip it, sell it, get it gone. I really got it on my own. And then I said, flip it, sell it, get it gone. I really got it on my own. Without a chrome. Watch how people finna be in my zone. Dykes be trying to get put on. Count the money on the floor. And I ain't even made a 50 yet. When it's all said and done, they gon' wonder where I get it from.
All right.
Thank
Are y'all done?
you.
Okay, thank you.
I also wanted to mention we have an art board over here, and we have Mr. Kelly's face kind of half drawn there, a picture, and suggest anybody can come and add a little bit to the picture. That's a collaboration thing to do as well. We have a sign-up board for those who have not signed up yet. And come on up, don't be shy, add your name there. Anything else that need to be said right now, Jane?
Creative Alliance's meetings are first Wednesdays of the month. Churchill's.
Yeah, Creative Alliance meets on the first Wednesday of every month at Churchill's at
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. So, there's that for anybody who wants to come in and join that as well. That's it. Next up, we have the fabulously funny man, Mark Taylor.
Yay!
These jokes are dedicated to Kevin. I think he would like these. So, how's everybody doing out there? All right. A couple goes to a magic show, and they are sitting in the front row, and they're astonished by this magician walking out and doing his first act. So the woman yells up in the front row, "How did you do that?" Magician says, "Well, I can't tell you, but if I did, I'd kill you." She says, "Well, that's all right. Tell it to my husband." A nurse came in and said, "Doctor, there's a man standing in the waiting room who thinks he's invisible. What do I tell him?" He said, "Well, we can't see him today." I took a beekeeper to the doctor's. He had the hives. Since Easter is coming up pretty soon, okay, what do you call a rabbit that loves Easter but just had knee surgery? You call him a knee-ster bunny. I went to the zoo the other day, the other summer. They only had one dog and there was a Shih Tzu. How does a tree access the internet? He logs in. He goes to familytree.com. He found out he was a sap. Anyway, Kevin, that was for you. I'll miss the living daylights out of you. Thank you very much. I think so. I brought my keyboard with me, so would it be okay if I do my little keyboard expertise on there?
Sure. Yeah. Do you need a microphone?
No, I don't sing. I'll clear the room if I sing.
Okay.
Honey.
Yeah.
wonderful. I didn't know you could do that. Oh, that was great. Didn't know you knew how to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Mark.
No problem.
Just another thought here. As you can see, I joined in with him with that. I'm thinking this might be a good idea if anybody comes up here and they thought, hey, this song that I might be doing might sound good with this as well. You can just pull Mark back up again. Or me with drums, or hey, it's a collaboration, you know, we could just kind of go with it. So that's all it's all here for. Anyways, we're here every third Wednesday at 7 o'clock. So, yep, next one will be April. Springtime, yay!
And you know, I'm not sure who the host is. I mean, I think I know, but I'm not sure. So I'm not going to do what I did last month and make a mistake.
Okay, it will be a very special surprise host.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have looked before I left the house. I know we've got a couple more people. Just not sure what order they're in.
All right, the next up is Mr. Lee.
Okay, get that mic start.
In a while.
Remember, here's
You
back.
guys were talking about me. I didn't have the camera on. It's on now, though.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah.
All right,
Or maybe
Let me see.
not. No, it is.
now?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was warming up. Well, of course, those of us that knew Kevin have kind of mixed feelings about tonight. It's nice to be able to do this, but I'm used to him coming in the back door here. I used to call him the back door man, and that's kind of a reference in some blues songs to another kind of back door man. But he always had a good sense of humor, and I probably knew Kevin for about at least 10 or 12 years. Was he coming to Borders? Years? So I must have met him over at Borders, and that's been over 10 years. Maybe 15 years, and I've seen him at different open mics. And it always amazed me how he was able to get to these places, for one thing, even here. Unless it was really bad weather, he always made an attempt to get here. And I know a lot of times Brian would help him get back home by some means. But it wasn't easy, you know, being in Kevin's situation. And I don't know how many of us could have even kept the spirit up that he did, you know, for the years that I knew him. And always positive. And I guess if I could sum him up in one word, it would be the passion that Kevin had for his music. And he did the most, even more, than I think most of us could do with what he was dealing with. And he just, when he sang a song, he did put his heart and soul into it. And I respected him for that, and I think all of us did. Which brings me around to one of the songs. I've got 3 songs here that kind of connect with Kevin in a way, with him and I. And then I'm going to do a song after I do these 3. These aren't very long songs. Julie's going to accompany me on a song that she suggested. She sent me a text today, and I think the song, she had a list of songs, and the first one was He Was a Friend of Mine. And very apropos song for all of us that knew Kevin. That's an old Bob Dylan song with one of his really early works. And she's going to accompany me on the drums when I do that song. I'll start out with, you know, it was really kind of sad for me that Kevin passed 1 or 2 days before St. Patrick's Day. It would have been nice if he could have made one more St. Patrick's Day. Coming through, Ken? Okay. This is one song that I associate very much with Kevin. It's called Danny Boy. And I know there were several times when he would do his set, and then he maybe couldn't think of something, or he just couldn't decide. And then Jenny would say, well, how about Danny Boy? And he would always do another impromptu version of Danny Boy. So this is one of his favorites, and I would do this in remembrance of Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone, all the flowers are dying. 'Tis you must go and I must buy. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley is hushed and white with snow. For I'll be there in sunshine or in shadows. Danny boy, I love you so. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley is hushed and white with snow. For I'll be there in sunshine or in shadows. Danny boy, I love you so. Danny boy, I love you so. Rest in peace, Kevin. Thank you. Another song, a lot of times the open mic people will have favorites of each other's songs. And this is the only time, and I know he probably enjoyed some of the songs that I did. We were different creatures as far as the music that we liked. I'm an old 50s, 60s rockabilly type guy, and he liked some of that. But I did a song down here maybe a year ago, and he was, back in the corner where he always was. And I could hear him while I was playing it. And it was kind of nice to get the reaction from him, because I respected him, even with the problems that he had in playing and holding the chords. I respected that Kevin knew more about the guitar than I did, and knew a lot of chords. I would come in here sometimes, and he'd be all excited about having learned a new sustained 7th B minor or something, and he'd just be excited about it, and I'd be like, yeah, I got to learn that one, Kevin, that's for sure, But he took joy in that. But he liked this song here that I did, and after I did the song and went back there, he called me over and said, man, you tore that damn thing up. And I took that as a good thing. I guess you could read that two ways. You tore it up and ruined it, or you were cooking. Okay. Well, I hear that train a-coming, it's rolling around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine, I can't hear the volume. You coming through? Because you're coming through. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I just couldn't hear myself, so. Well, I hear that train a-coming, it's rolling around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. Time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps a-rolling down to San Antonio. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, let's see. Do this song, and then we're going to have Julie accompany me on my last one. This song is called We'll Meet Again, and depending on what your beliefs are about life and death and the hereafter and whatever, it's kind of a nice notion to have in mind. Got one more song, and my friend Julie is going to help me out on the percussion of this. An old Bob Dylan song called He Was a Friend of Mine. Hadn't played this in many years, so it may be a little rusty, but Julie will be on top of her game irregardless. Back to work for you, huh?
Could you hear that then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Could have been my line control too.
All right.
Never know.
No, I use it too much and there you go. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Lee. That was really great. I like collaborating with him and all that. I just wanted to say again, sign up board. Anybody who's interested, come on up. Put your name on here. And it'll be right here. Okay, got a couple announcements. Anybody that wants to host this and have a good time or whatnot, and contact Jenny, let her know, and we'll sign you right on up. We got Drop Fest coming up. It's on August 4th this summer. Do you want to participate? Herbal Art Show and Fashion Show. That is on May 12th of this year. And of course, Collaboration Night. Collaboration Night is a Creative Alliance event, and it's every third Wednesday from 7 to 10. That's 3 hours of fun up here. And we also have the open canvas coming up. Yeah, that's a collaboration thing too. We got markers, we got paint. And also, there's Flint Underground on YouTube. And every Monday at 6 p.m., Camcast Channel 17.
And
We will be on there.
And if anybody doesn't want to be videotaped, just tell me and I'll turn it off, okay? But tell me that before you start playing, because I'll forget.
I got one more announcement before I call the next person up. This is brought to you by Good Beans Cafe. It's called Swerve. What it is for peoples that are 15 to 25 years old. And if you identify yourself as a male or trans, you are from Southeast Michigan. If so, you may be eligible to participate in a health study and earn up to $200. And you said something about a table out there. I guess sign up.
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty then. Thank you very much, Ashley. Again, sign up board. If anybody hasn't done that, it'd be great if you would. We haven't yet to put anything on the collaboration.
Painting.
Okay. Anyway, as I mentioned again, there's magnets in the back. Mr. Kelly, anybody wants to take one home with them, it's right back there. And we're still doing this memorial event for him. Anywho, next up we have Ashley O'Brien. Sorry.
You recovered very well on that. I said you recovered very well on that.
Hello everyone, I am Ashley O'Brien. I'm going to share a little poetry tonight. First I have a poem called Traveling by Map. Not a line drawn in sand, but a deep crevice in a mountain. Still I crossed it. Not a boundary made with ink on a map, but a border with guards and a wall. Still I crossed it. Not a guideline for polite society, but a rule for basic decency. Still I broke it. Not a rule for classroom order, but a law made by God, and I broke it. Not the pink flush of embarrassment, but the scarlet mark of shame. I must bear it. Not the downward look of someone who can't forgive, but the unblinking stare of hate. I must bear it. I look back down the road that led me here and see the telltale signs Warnings, stay away. I knew the path was treacherous, yet I could not deviate. Set in stone. Your lips are a cliff. Words tumble off, their weight directly proportional to their mass, their meaning, their power. Words follow paths like satellites. Skimpy little words, kiwi, strawberry, grape, orbiting fruit like a moon, drip into puddles, fabricating faint, meager ripples. Words are buoyant, they bounce. Sometimes they're brittle, they crumble. Time fillers, silence avoiders, slipping out like helium from an open tank, floating into space, never to be caught or remembered. Meaningless, weightless. Others like guiding comets and asteroid belts assailing us in our trauma. Dense, heavy words, curse, disgust, malice, orbiting hate like a sun. Words are boulders, building momentum, forced out before you have a chance to think what's best, what's right. The air whistles in a race to get out of the way. But the listener can't escape. Words crash, reverberate like an earthquake, knock his breath out. All words permanent. All words too heavy to be sucked back into our lungs. Okay, one more thing. Cat got your tongue. The cat's got your tongue, so the blackberries will rot on their bushes. Your mother will click her disappointment. Your sister will lick whipped cream and ice cream and rub it in that you are in trouble again. Yes, you. Yes, trouble. You can stare needles back at her, but it doesn't matter because your voice will blur with the clouds if you try to speak. You make friends with the cat. Yes, friends. Yes, a cat. Yes, it's hard. But it's the only way you will ever earn your freedom and plot your payback.
Okay, thank you very much, Ashley, for that wonderful words. I can't think of any announcements or fun things to say at this moment, so I'll just welcome Justin up to the stage. Oh, good.
Hey, you're doing a good job, Julie.
Yay, Justin!
Yeah, you're liking it.
Recognized as a regular human being as opposed to an alien transplant on Friday, April 30th here at the Good Beans.
Okay.
Also, next Friday, I'm going to be at the Cool City.
Is it March 30th?
Yeah, I always mix that up. That's
March.
April. It's that time lag, you know, on the UFO thing.
Okay.
Yeah, March 30th. I will
Is
be
that
here at
Friday?
the Good Bean, and that is Good Friday, actually. And Friday before that, I will be at the Cool Cities art auction at the Buckham Gallery from 5:30 to 8:30. Go there, spend money, eat good food. It's a good deal. And today, actually, I'm going to, especially in honor of Kevin, because he was actually a big supporter of mine, I'm going to do the tunes that actually I'm also going to be doing at the Good Bean. And the title of that show is Songs That Ruined Me. And they're called Songs That Ruined Me because when I heard them, I didn't care anymore whether or not I made money, and I didn't care anymore whether I had a straight job, and, well, of course, we all know what comes of that. Mr. Kevin, I'm sorry, Mr. Kevin, could you please?
we need to get him a shirt that has Rhodey on the back. Is it Rhodey? Yeah. I keep forgetting about that. I'm going to do that.
Right.
Do you like, is that your favorite color, the pink? Or,
It works well, yeah,
okay,
sure.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see what I can do for you.
Back a little or?
is.
There it is.
I grew up in a rather Latino section, and I'm going to start this set with a tune actually that Kevin used to ask for. It's called Corcovado. It's by Antonio Carlos Jobim. Quiet nights and quiet skies, quiet chords from my guitar, floating on the silence that surrounds us. Quiet nights.
We're still doing a Kevin Kelly Memorial here on this collaboration night. I did want to share one other thing about Kevin. The very first time I ever met him was probably about a year and a half ago. And there's this guy coming in here, backing up in his wheelchair. He seems kind of shaky to me. I'm like, oh, okay. He gets this microphone or harmonica all ready and gets all set up, and then he jams. I'm like, wow, this guy's cool. And I just thought I'd share that moment for a minute because, you know, I guess he impressed me.
Yeah.
So, anyway, next up we have Mr. Brian.
All right.
Hey, Brian.
Thank you, Julie, you do a great job. I'll probably work a little bit from a stand. Test, that's good. So this is basically the second incarnation of a fairly lengthy, long-running open mic that has been in this room. Back around 2001 into maybe up to 2004, a woman by the name of Denise Dickey ran an open mic in here, and I see no less than 2 people in the audience who I remember from those open mics, but who I don't recall ever playing up here, and I know one of them will be playing up here. I know one of them isn't on the sign-up list, but maybe Ray could, maybe no. Maybe we want to hear, the one piece I recall you doing, and I know I've heard you do more than one piece, but I recall you did Simon's Me and Julio, right? Is that correct? No?
Possibly not, no.
Possibly not, okay. Well, then my mind is going.
It might have been a Paul Simon tune, though. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna need a stand.
Would you like some accompaniment?
Not with the first or
Okay.
maybe one of the later songs. I'm trying to figure out where I would go with the capo on this, which would make it so much easier.
You want to stand now?
Yes.
All blocked off.
I'll give this a try. I have a feeling you don't want it. So, my original theme for this month was going to be more of the underdog or the anti-hero theme. And I think I can still stick with that, I think. So this is a song I actually had meant to work up to for Mark. And this is a song about a gentleman named Frank Goodish, Frank was born in the early 40s in Detroit. Early 40s in Detroit. And in Jenny might have encountered this name once if she read a book by Mick Foley. She encountered this name.
Mick Foley? The wrestler? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Yes, that one.
The wrestler? Oh, I met him.
So anyway, this is a song
I met him
about-
once.
Huh? You
I met him. Yeah, because we were in. It's a long story. I'll tell you now. And I read his book.
You read his book.
Have a Happy Day or what? I read the book because I had met him and I was just curious.
A
what
big
his book was
influence on his life was a gentleman named Frank Goodish, who worked under the name Bruiser Brody. And 40 years ago in July, Bruiser Brody was killed in a locker room in Bayamon, Puerto Rico. I wrote this song 5 years after that event, and I don't play it out that often. So it's a song about a wrestler, okay? There comes the promoter in a stale cigar odor, gonna stiff me on the payoff. I done the job for your out-of-shape slob. Can't you look me in the eyes when you cough? I took that bump, I busted my hump. This ain't the spot, you fool. Don't jump, and man, can't you see what I mean? Put yourself in my place. I just need to break away clean. Put me over, baby face. Raise to the task, remove the hero's mask. Way down in Mexico, dance with Luca Libras, flying clotheslines and sleepers, and we sold out every show. Each town started quiet, ended in riot. If you think it's fake, get up here and try it, and man, can't you see what I mean? Put yourself in my place. I just want to break away clean. Put me over, baby face. My wife is my life and I escape from strife. Each night in my hotel, my son, he is 7, my home life is heaven, but I'm self-exiled in hell. The miles, the road, the aisles, the load, the dues I paid and the payment I'm owed. And man, can't you see what I mean? Put yourself in my place. I just want to break away clean. Put me over, baby face. Man, can't you see what I mean? Put yourself in my place. I just want to break away clean. Put me over, baby face.
All right.
At the time Brody was murdered in Puerto Rico, and that really happened. It was, I'm not sensationalizing that. He was probably the biggest name independent wrestler in in this country and probably the world. He was very big in Japan, and he had a reputation of being kind of difficult with the promoters. And one of the promoters and him had a disagreement on how the match should end, and that promoter or co-promoter stabbed him in the abdomen, and he died en route to the hospitals in Bayamon, Puerto Rico. And he is the father of, or he's often referred to as the father of extreme wrestling, brawling, heavy brawling, and stuff that has little to do with in the ring, but grab chairs and barbed wires and beat the living shit out of each other and all that sort of stuff. Oh, and by the way, he was legit about 6'5" to 6'7" and close to 300 pounds, huge beard. That's who Bruiser Brody was. Okay. Oh, let's do a Kevin story first, okay?
Yeah.
So I met Kevin in 2002 at the Lunch Studio. And so I knew him for, I guess, approaching 16 years. And I just popped this in, was I projecting at all with that last time? Someone alluded to, maybe it was Lee who alluded to, Kevin would approach me from time to time for a ride home, especially almost always during the later part of the year, fall into winter, winter into spring. And so we made an arrangement. The first time I did this, I was so reluctant. It's like, this doesn't sound like something I should be doing. So he made an arrangement to meet me up on Stone Street. Am I pointing in the right direction?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And so we went up to, so I drove my car to Stone Street. There he is waiting. And I keep my window rolled down. He just holds onto the side of my car. And I told him for 3 streets up Stone Street to Hurley Hospital. And from that point on, he said, you know, it's all downhill from there to his home, so it's okay. And so the first time I did it, I'm thinking this, you know, how am I going to respond to a police officer when he pulls me over? Well, you who are familiar with that area, and I'm not, might say, well, Brian, get real. There's not even street lights on Stone Street. There's no police officer going to come anywhere near Stone Street.
No, they don't have time.
And they don't, right?
If you run them over, they might stop.
And I mentioned there's no street lights on Stone Street.
There used to be though.
There probably was at one time. But all this time, Kevin's giving me a travelogue from here up to the hill, and I can't see any of the stuff he's pointing out. He's like, oh, this open field here, and he gives me a history of the open field. That house over there, yeah, and the other thing is, of course, sitting in my car, there is that thing going on in my head, thinking, you know, it's like, it's cold, Kevin, it's uncomfortable as hell, you know, and then that trigger in my mind saying, you know what, Brian, don't complain, because you actually have the comfort, you're not in the elements, you're actually, that heat is going to kick on any minute.
It's colder outside.
And here's this guy who's, you know, in his mid-60s, pushing 70s, and he's just...
It's freezing out, yeah.
And they weren't all frigid nights. There were a few nights that were just absolutely beautiful that you...
Here to be frozen.
Honestly, you couldn't wait, or you really didn't want the trip to end, and here he is at the end of the street, and you know, and he's going on talking and talking and talking, and I don't stop him. When it's cold, I stop him. I say, okay, Kevin, let's go.
I'll see.
Yeah. So yeah, that's something I'll remember, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of things I forget along the way. So Julie also sent to me, probably the same list she sent to you. And I've got the chords for 2 of these songs, and this is the one I absolutely want to do. But it's also it's not really an up-tempo song, it's kind of almost a dirge in terms of its tempo. You're welcome to follow me on this if you want it. I don't know if there's, and you can even lead me if you feel, Brian, this is dragging, let's pick it up. I'll try to keep up with you, okay?
Which one is it?
This is, well, it's knocking on heaven's door. Knocking on heaven's door. But not the, but
I'm
not
more familiar with the Guns N' Roses version of that one, but
the, okay. So, so if I mess up, that's fine. But I added a verse to this, which has something to do with my little Kevin experience that I explained, so it'll make a little more sense.
Okay.
Okay? Mama, take this badge off of me. I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark, too dark to see. Feel I'm knocking on heaven's door. You can all sing along, you know. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. 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 Mama put my guns in the ground. I can't shoot them anymore. That long dark cloud is coming down. Feel I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, 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 knocking on heaven's door. Brian, meet me up on the stone. Told me to the top of the hill. Once we reach Hurley, I'm on my own. Appreciate it, Brian, if you will. One last toll for Kevin. One last toll, 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 Kevin. Ride your battle-worn chariot into heaven. One last toll, 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 Kevin. Everybody. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. 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 Let's fade out, okay? Let's give Julie a hand.
That's my lady.
I don't know how liberal we are in this room, but kind of like the first poet,
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. I just want to say I'm from the hair band era, so like that was really mellow the way that Bob Dylan did it. But you know, Axl was. So you can say it's girly, but by golly, it's a totally different.
Julie, I can't hit those notes. I can't hit those notes.
We're doing waltz.
No, you don't want to hear that.
I mean, they were a hair band, girly, but not like. Ugh. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Okay.
in a band. Being
So I'm gonna do
known.
one more song, but again, thank you, Julie, for accompanying me on this. You can accompany me on this as well. But Kevin actually accompanied me on this one once or twice. He told me to do it in key of C because that was the harp he had, and I don't know. But you know, Kevin, he did it. But this is a song this has nothing to do with Kevin, other than he's always participated in this song. So you can all participate, Julie, you too, okay? And yes, it's volleyball, okay?
Oh, yeah.
You ready? I'll wait for you to do
I
that.
decided to do it differently.
Okay.
More
All right.
comfortable.
The lines are drawn, the challenge met. You've chosen side, set up the net. Come on, ace, go ahead and serve. Give me your best or have you lost your nerve? You mentioned my past record. I played that love like I was a fool. Just the same, this is my game and that's volleyball. 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 And volleyball, baby, I rule. Bring it on, babe. Won't set a spike. Honey, you can do whatever you like. Nothing to lose and nothing to prove. I know the counter to your every move. You mentioned my past records. I play that love like I was a fool. Just the same, this is my game and that's volleyball. 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 And volleyball, baby, I rule. Big Dolly and Turtle Jeans proclaiming you the purple queen. You got your things in for the moment, but you never had to face a more worthy opponent. You mentioned my past record. I played that love like I was a fool. Just the same, this is my game and that's volleyball. 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 And volleyball, baby, I rule.
Yeah!
Hey, is there any way you can cut the camera for just a second?
Well, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, I just want to scream out something about video games for the next one, sorry. I'm thinking Mario Brothers. So, no offense, but it's the name I think that. Like that, that, da, 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 da. Oh, okay. Anyways, we got Mario up next. Thank you.
Am I on?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Hope you bear with me. I'm a little nervous, but I've come prepared to perform a couple songs for you. First of all, I'd like to thank Ken, the Good Beans, Jenny Munch, and my good friend Brian Pobocik. I know a few faces out here. Lee Boliet, his granddaughter, Ashley, Justin back there, who I just met.
Well, it's good to see you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Brian Pobocik here, very good friend of mine. Kevin passed, as we all know. He was my mentor for guitar playing. And how I met him is how Brian was mentioning that he started doing open mics here at Good Beans with Denny. And I knew Brian and Denny had gone up to Borders, had the open mic going out there. And I had noticed Kevin in the crowd and realized he was an artist with his guitar playing. Very passionate with his music. And I had asked Denny then if she knew anybody that could help me with my guitar skills back then. She pointed me to Kevin Kelly. She said, well, with one exception. I said, oh yeah, what was that? I had to pay him a lot of money or whatever for the classes or lessons. So I don't know if you can handle being yelled at. And of course I could. It was worth it to me. He was very strict, but very compassionate. He taught me a lot. I never thought I would break down about it, because as many of us have lost loved ones, and Brian was the one that broke the news to me. And I just got done talking to Kevin last week, day before he passed. We had our ups and downs, but before he passed, we were able to tell each other we loved each other as friends. And how Jenny was mentioning the post on YouTube, he has a channel called Chairman 48504. I grew up in the neighborhood here. His zip code is 48504. The neighborhood I grew up in was in 48503, right next to each other. Knew his brother, younger brother that passed away, like a younger brother that passed away, myself, my brother. We went to the same schools. Know a whole lot about Kevin. I could sit up here for hours and talk about him. I've met a friend in Justin, Scanlon. He carries that torch for me. So, with the YouTube, the two hardest songs that he's ever taught me how to play, Kevin Kelly, was the song from Elton John, his most famous song, signature song, Your Song. It's a very popular song. It's rated #1 song of all the songs that Elton John has sang. He has numerous of them, numerous songs. And then the other one that he taught me was a song from Leon Russell. And Kevin and I used to play This Masquerade. A lot of people didn't know that Leon Russell wrote that song because George Benson got popular with it because of his guitar playing. So Your Song from Elton John was the hardest song to play to date. Last month, we hadn't played it in years together, and the song from Leon Russell was an old gem of his back in the 70s called A Song for You. We hadn't performed that song together, been over to his house numerous times from 3 o'clock in the afternoon till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, months on a year, almost every day. He taught me those two songs. And on YouTube, he's got that song on there, but I'm in the background, you can't see me in there. He said he tells whoever's watching it, and I have a friend of mine play the chords, he's watching it, and I'll explain the chords when I get done. That's how Kevin did it. But that was the hardest song that he's shown me how to play, and I know I'm gonna mess it up a little bit because it's heartfelt and it's very difficult. He explains the chords on the YouTube that they're gnarly sounding chords. And so, no further ado, I loved him. I'm gonna miss him very much. But I got a go-to guy in Justin Scanlon. The torch gets tossed to him, or handed his way. And he's been showing me a lot so far anyways. So I'll play this, perform this song, and hopefully Justin will come up and accompany with a couple other songs. So this song is called A Song for You, and it goes like this. I learned from Kevin. I've been in a lot of places in my life and time. I sung a lot of songs, I made some bad rhymes. I acted my life out in stages with many people watching. But we're alone now, and I'm singing this song for you. I know your image of me is what I hope to be. I treated you badly, baby. Now can't you see? No one more important to me. Darling, can't you please see through me? 'Cause we're alone now, and I'm singing this song for you. You taught me precious secrets of the truth, withholding nothing. You came out in front, and I was hiding. But now I'm so much better. And if my words don't come out together, listen to the melody, 'cause my love's in there hiding. You taught me precious secrets of the truth, withholding nothing. You came out in front, and I was hiding. But now I'm so much better. And if my words don't come out together, listen to the melody, 'cause my love's in there hiding. I love you in a place mine. I loved you for my life. You're a friend of mine. And when my life is over, remember we were together. We were alone then. I was singing this song for you. We were alone, and I was singing this song for you. I was singing this song, this song for you. Rest in peace, Kevin. Justin, you want to come up with me? I have the very great honor of having my friend, and everybody knows who Justin is here. So thank you, Justin.
I am not worthy. These words are broad there, bro. I think I'll hide behind a keyboard and put on my handy Halloween mask there.
That'll be about the second time Justin and I have ever performed together, and so it's the second time, so it's another rehearsal.
It's controlled telepathy. Well, no, I never sing, but no, I'm not singing.
So we're gonna try I'm Losing You. It's a Lennon song, and I like it a lot, and Justin, here we go.
What key are we in?
E. All right.
We gotta make sure I'm plugged in.
Okay.
Okay, we're in.
1, 2, 3, 4. Here in some stranger's room, late in the afternoon, what am Stormy Monday in G. When Kevin taught me this song, I thought I was the best guitar player in the world. But Kevin was really stuck on the chords. He really showed me so much on lead. Justin's helping me. And so Justin's going to do the lead part of it. It's what was the guy's name that wrote that song there?
T-Bone.
T-Bone Walker. Back in the 70s, I thought I couldn't get enough of the blues. And here's my rendition that I was taught by Kevin. They call it Stormy Monday. Tuesday is just as bad. They call it Stormy Monday. Tuesday's just as bad. Wednesday so worse, and Thursday is just as bad. The eagle flies on Friday, Saturday I go out to play. The eagle flies on Friday, Saturday I go off to play. Sunday comes around and I get down on my knees and pray. Pray, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy on me. I pray, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy on me. Sees my baby, Lord, will you please send her back to me? Oh, oh. Get it, Justin. Great Lord, have mercy, Lord, have mercy on me. Lord, have mercy on me. It just Listen, if you see my baby, please send her home to me. Oh, send her home to me. That's it for me tonight. It's been a heck of a day. I meant to get to Kevin's funeral, but I had a medical appointment that I couldn't miss. And Mackel, his son, and his brother Pat know. My heart goes out to them, and thank you very much for all you good people here at Good Beans. Jim, Jenny.
Big shout out to Ken and Jenny again, because they're the ones who are doing most of the work around here.
Yeah.
Whether it's honest or not, I can't be consulted because I haven't done any of the work.
You're always here. You come.
Thank you.
You show up. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to show up. Said,
Thanks for remembering.
so it's actually 7:30. No.
Yeah, I've been smoking all day like a pig.
Is it really
I didn't know if the
8:30?
voice was gonna come out.
Oh, it's 9:30. Okay.
Okay, I guess that was our last person on the list. Oh, boy, yes, I forgot about someone that signed in and I don't even look at your name yet. Would you like to come up and introduce yourself instead, because I don't know your name, but come on up. I'm sorry, I'm probably not very formal.
Take it, own it, it's yours.
I would say after that, if there's any collaborations that want to be done before we close the show, then okie dokie, whatever works. What do you need? Is that your phone? Or?
Hi.
Hello.
I hope everyone can hear me okay.
Yeah.
My name is Chevonna. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
That's a nice name.
This is my first open mic night ever.
Not the last.
Hopefully not the last, unless I'm just that terrible.
No.
But I've written something that I'd like to just put out there, I guess, into the universe. Here I go. This is called 32 Years. Okay, my son wrote on the back of it, so just ignore that. Alright. I've been everything in life except me. I've been everywhere I've never wanted to go. I've shed every tear imaginable except for tears of joy. I've experienced an entire life of false happiness and true pain.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm living a life unfulfilled. I've tried. I've tried to sleep properly. I've tried to eat properly. I tried to imitate a good mother, a good wife, a good life. I've tried not to complain. I've tried to appear happy. I've tried to appear fulfilled and at peace with myself. I try to lie to myself. I try to lie to you too. But what I've not tried is to deny who I am. I am a soul who lives beyond this veil of materialism and acceptance. I am brave. I am every stereotype you could name, yet I defy all boundaries. I am courageous. I am everything I've ever wanted to be, including everything I've never wanted to be. I am no one except me in all of 32 years.
All right.
That's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, now I can say again that the list is done.
Let me know, otherwise I'll send you
I'm just gonna take a peek here.
Thank you.
I got about half an hour left. So anybody that wants to come back up for a collaboration, more jokes, honey, or piano, or whatever.
I could do like a drum thing on there.
It's a free for all. Come do it, whatever, right? You seem to be antsy, honey, so
If anybody else wants.
antsy.
Say, Mark, have you shared, the rest of us have shared our Kevin story. Have you got a Kevin story? And if so, why haven't you shared it with us?
I knew Kevin when like when I first started to come up here, I would see him come up to the door, and I actually not like had talked to him beforehand, you know, because I was up here a year ago to get, you know, getting started what I'm doing, and you know, I thought I'd be shy to talk to him, you know, because I didn't know what kind of person he was like, until, you know, I talked to him, and he was such a nice guy, and it's sad that he's not here, you know, and we miss the daylights out of him, and I wish he could, like, come through that door and play us a song or two, but he's not here, so I just want to say God bless him and Godspeed with him. So, with that, I wrote a song about tennis, and it made a lot of racket.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go onto my keyboard here and see if I can drum up some stuff,
Cool.
if you don't mind. Oh, I went to a drum shop and they told me to beat it, so. That one definitely deserved a. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Actually, I wanted to do like a piano. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. Oops, I messed. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah.
I did not
Wonderful.
know about that.
Let's see, what else can I?
Diamond in the rough.
Yeah. I have an idea. Someone name a song and see if I can like.
Well, like John, like Candle in the Wind or something like that.
How about Imagine?
Or Imagine, yeah.
Messed up.
drum thing.
Oh,
Remember?
well, yeah, I can do a drum thing if.
Like you were doing it at Fiji's that one time. Remember?
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's,
Burning down the house.
yeah.
Oh, back.
I don't hear like the let's see, I know like how to play, the bass thing is not coming through here. I don't hear, the bass.
Oh, okay.
I hear the,
Well, the problem is if I turn that up, then when you go up there, it's gonna be too loud.
oh, okay.
So I'm not sure why
Okay.
it's not coming through, but.
do, 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 do. I have Van Halen stuck in my head.
Okay, well, I guess that's just about it, I guess. And if anybody else has any more energy to come up to do something, that's fine. If not, okay, we'll call it done. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight and this, having good memories of having Kevin Kelly here and lives he had spent with people. And he's someone that I think and I feel is inspirational to so many people. And I think he's someone that he's probably not easily going to be forgotten for a very long time.
No, that's true.
So, I don't know,
We'll
I
see
made
you
this
there on
picture,
the
by the
Friday.
way, just to say, with my graphic design abilities. I pulled some pictures off of Facebook that he had posted. I'm thinking about maybe leaving it here, or something like that, or if it wants to be donated to his family, I don't know.
My buddy.
Well,
I don't know what you want to do with it, but I brought it and
Okay.
all that, so
We'll always see him on the
I don't know
outer
much more to say, but
corners.
have a good night.
Yay!
Have a good night.
Yay, Julie!
Peace out. Something like that.
great job, Julie.
Yeah.
Great job.
Great job.
And by the way, I don't want to make a certain person feel like an outsider because we